I want to address three things today. Firstly, progress and an announcement in relation to the vaccine rollout. Secondly, some brief updates on record bulk billing figures. And thirdly, a very important message on mental health. In relation to the vaccine rollout, I want to thank Australians. They have come forward in record numbers again. Yesterday, Saturday, was a record Saturday with over 88,000 Australians being vaccinated. It's already a record week, 6 days into the week. So at this point, it's 772,752 Australians who've been vaccinated. So over 750,000 Australians vaccinated in 6 days. And Australians have done a great job, and I particularly want to thank them. This means that over 5 million vaccines have now been delivered in Australia. 5,016,000 vaccinations have occurred, and that's an important step forward, a critical milestone, but we have to keep going forwards. Now, at the moment of momentum, is the time we ask Australians to keep coming forward to be vaccinated. You're doing an amazing job, but please keep booking, please keep attending, please come forward for your first doses, please come forward for your second doses. Another important health outcome is that I've been advised by the National Incidence Centre that at this moment there are no Australians in ICU or on ventilation with COVID-19. Whilst, however, any Australian contracts the disease, there is always the risk of serious illness, hospitalisation or loss of life. But at this moment, we have no Australians in ICU, and to this point in 2021, no Australian has caught COVID in Australia and lost their lives to it. We have had one Australian who was diagnosed in quarantine, having contracted it overseas and lost their life, but it is an extraordinary and important public health achievement to date. Having said that, we know that in Victoria, in lockdown, this is a difficult and challenging time. And so that's why, in response to the way in which Victorians in particular have stepped up, we are now at over 58% of over 70s in Victoria who have been vaccinated, and over 42% of all people over 50 who've been vaccinated. The Australian government will be releasing additional vaccines for Victoria. We will provide an extra 100,000 Pfizer vaccines to the Victorian government over a 3-week period, commencing from the 14th of June. This week will allow them to work through some of their existing inventory, and we'll provide that extra 100,000 doses, which will support 50,000 individuals receive vaccines over the coming weeks. That's a recognition of the very strong work being done here in Victoria and the strong demand. We want to see other states and territories have that same degree of public support and confidence. It's going well around the country, but always we push for more. In particular, I want to acknowledge in Roderick's presence that the Australian government will double doses for GPs in Victoria for each of the next 2 weeks, from 115,000 to 230,000 AstraZeneca. This will help drive forward the vaccinations for the over 50s. Important, critical steps going forward. The next thing I want to mention is that in relation to general public health, it's vital that people continue to see their doctors, continue to go forwards, and in that respect, telehealth has been a critical service. It's fundamental in Victoria at the moment. Please keep going to your doctor. But what we do know is that we have seen record numbers of bulk billing, which means that more people than ever as a percentage of the population are able to attend the doctor for free. That has seen 88.7% of people year to date receive their GP services for free. That is 6.7% higher than than when we came to government. So 6.7% higher than in 2012, 2013 for the first 9 months of that financial year. So record bulk billing, record access without having to make any contribution. Then finally, I'm very pleased to announce over $16 million for perinatal mental health. We know that mental health is absolutely fundamental during the course of the pandemic. This is funding in particular to assist with prospective and new parents. It's for rural and remote parents, it's for Indigenous parents, it's for young expectant mothers, it's to support the Gidget Foundation and to support research.